Welcome back to the Alchemic Arts of Ammunition. Today we've got a fun one for you. We've got 22 Lindahl Chucker. So the gunsmith was nice enough to give me a chamber cast. And what we've got is an old Wildcat cartridge from the 1940s that starts off with a parent case of 25 Remington. Because we just need a challenge in every part of our life. 25 Remington is almost as hard to find as 22 Lindahl Chucker. So let's get started. This is going to be a very long process because we need to do it right the first time. We don't got a lot of brass to waste, and brass is not easy to find. So let's get some good lube on here, and I've got just a plethora of dies to go through with you. So we're going to start with 9mm. And this is going to start reducing the neck, but I also have an extra treat because we're not going very far. We've got a stop, so the die will physically stop in the right spot. So there's a start to it. We're going to do that one more time just to make sure it's nice and happy. So we're going to lube up the case again. Get our spacer all nice and happy. The next die we're going to move to is the 357 Magnum sizing die. And that's going to shrink it a little bit more. Okay, now you can see we're starting to shrink the body of this down. And basically we're just going to take little bites out of it and then shrink the neck down to 22 from 25. So the next die that we're going to run this through is going to be 30 carbine. I'm just going to take another good chunk out of this. All right, now you can see it shrunk that down even more. When we're shrinking this brass, lube is really your friend. And we've got another spacer in there. Now, this is a custom-made die by one of our machinists, and it's just simply 330 thousandths in size. You can see what we're starting to get. Looking pretty good. So, with 330 thousandths done, now we're going to switch over to another handmade die of 300 thousandths. And we can really see the shoulder starting to form. So, from this step, we're going to get her all lubed up. Okay, so this is the full-length sizing die for the 22 Lindahl Chucker, and we're just going to finish the shoulder and the full-length sizing. That is pretty close. Shoulder looks really good, really well defined. Just need to get it all the way in. Okay, now that we've got the case full length sized, we need to shrink the neck another couple of thousandths because the wall thickness is too thick. So we've got yet another homemade die here. It is strictly just going to shrink the neck down in size. Now we are golden. So from here, we need to ream out the inside of the neck to shrink the wall thickness. So let's ream out the neck. The casing is in a shell holder, and here we've got a neck reamer. So we're just going to ream the neck out. All right, so here we are. We've got our 22 Lindahl Chucker case. It is fully sized, cut to length, and it matches our chamber cast. So let's get this loaded up and let's get this test fired. Make sure we're on the right path. Okay, now we got everything ready. Let's send this little dog home. All right, here is the 22 Lindahl Chucker, the first one in probably decades. So let's get this in a rifle and see how she fires.
Lindahl Chucker test fire numero uno.
All right, so we just test fired the Lindahl Chucker. There's the case from test firing it. You can see the primer is nicely struck. Shoulder is perfect. Everything went fantastic. So let's make a whole bunch of Lindahl Chucker.